So what's going on with power in Idaho? A lot of stuff. Let's go over it next. Hey everybody, Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, your great real estate agent by your side when it comes time to buy a home, sell a home, or even relocate here to the Treasure Valley in beautiful Idaho. And what do we have going on in Idaho? Well, from our friends over at Boise Dev, we've got this story about power in Idaho and what our leaders are going to push us towards. Interesting stuff. No matter if you're a hardcore environmental advocate or are more skeptical of moves away from CO2, change is a-coming to what powers Idaho. Well, maybe so, and that could be a little scary. So recently there was a 2-day conference over in Sun Valley, Idaho. You know, that's where all those world elites go. But anyway, so this time it was just our local leaders, our stakeholders, and those who actually have control over our tax dollars and tell us what to do. Not that we're happy about that. So apparently Idaho Power, that's our electric provider up here in Idaho, they said that they have a push to reach 100% renewable energy by 2045. So it sounds like the Marxists are in charge. And that comes along with the promise that they're not going to sacrifice affordability or reliability. Well, that's not exactly true either. They recently told us that they're going to take a note out of PG&E's playbook, and anytime the wind gets over the speed of a sneeze, they're going to turn off the power grid. I'll bet there's going to be some pushback from that. There often is, and the people that push back, sometimes they can make a difference, unlike some of those blue states where they just gotcha. It says Idaho is building on some of their existing renewables. And you know, we do have some renewables. We have a fantastic system of hydroelectric dams. We've got 17 of them. And guess what? Water's always flowing, day and night, winter, summer, whether there's a thunderstorm going on or a cloud going over, we're getting electricity from a hydroelectric dams. Now, fair enough, we do have some of our federal representatives that want to rip all those out because of salmon. Why? I don't know. Then they talk about the combination of the fickle nature of renewable energy that is reliant on the cycles of the sun, I mean, daytime for solar panels, wind speed, don't even get me started on those windmills, and temperature, along with decades-long processes to get energy infrastructure permitted by the federal government. You've probably heard of the Lava Ridge project. That's where they're trying to bring in hundreds and hundreds of these windmills. It's been talked about in Congress in the last couple of weeks, and there's been some pretty dramatic grilling of the different potentates that are trying to force this down our throat. Turns out that all this renewable energy, at least from the Lava Ridge windmill farm, is to go to California. Because apparently California has enacted some laws where they have to get so much of the energy from renewable resources. Didn't say it had to come from California. So they're going to, really mess up Idaho, put in this renewable energy, not for Idahoans, but for Californians. That just doesn't make any sense. And now that we have a more patriot panel of potentates that we've sent to the State House and to our representatives in our state Senate and also in our precincts and even at the county level, we really routed out a bunch of rhinos and brought in some patriots. So maybe some of this nonsense that we're seeing is going to get curtailed. But one thing that is starting to show back up on the radar is nuclear power. Did you know that Idaho had the first town that was powered by nuclear energy? Sure enough, Arco, over there on the east side of the state. So we have some experience with nuclear power. Dr. John Wagner from the Idaho National Labs, he said that there's possibilities of small modular reactors to make nuclear power for cost-effective and sustainable for the future. Maybe that'll work. You know, the thing about these little nuclear reactors is that they run all the time too, and they're not dependent upon the sun and wind and things like that. So maybe there's something to consider there. So that's just a quick look at some of the things dealing with power that's going on in Idaho. So it's encouraging that there are some very viable alternatives or additions to our power making processes that we already have in the state. And with our more conservative representatives that we have, representing the people, the more conservative people that have actually already moved to Idaho, I'm hopeful that we're going to get power that is very reliable and cheap, and that's going to really help our economy and help industry and help us keep the air conditioner on in the summer. Well, hey, thanks for checking it out. If you'd like to have your own home where you can have Idaho Power bring the juice to you, let me know. I'd be glad to get all that arranged for you. But until then, let's just keep meeting on these videos. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. It'd be cool too. And we'll see you on the next one. Hey, thanks for stopping in and learning more about real estate in Nampa, Idaho and the Treasure Valley. If you'd like to learn more, watch this video here next or binge on this playlist. When it comes time to sell a home, buy a home, or even relocate to the Treasure Valley, your Treasure Valley Dave team is your real estate expert by your side, helping you get home.